You are listening to TECC CAST, a multiple award-winning, non-for-profit, student-led podcast recorded directly from maths class on the corner of René Lévesque and St. Matthew in downtown Montreal. Welcome to the first episode of TECC CAST in Season 5. We are grateful that you are joining us for this entertaining episode. Hello, TECC CAST world. My name is Mahir, and I'm your host for this episode. I would like to thank last year's host of TECC CAST, Alicia, for the amazing job she did during Season 4. I have big shoes to fill this season. Joining me today as my co-host is Kieran. In today's episode, we will be introducing the new team members of TECC CAST. We will also be discussing some major events that have happened recently around the world. So sit back, relax, get yourself a hot cup of something, and enjoy the first episode to kick off the school year.
Hi everyone, my name is Kieran, and I'm very excited to be co-hosting the first episode of the new season. The TECC CAST crew from last season sadly left the studio after changing classes. We have a completely new crew ready to take over this podcast. You have already heard from our host, Mahir, and I am now going to interview some other crew members. Dimitri and Jason are going to join me now behind the microphone to answer a few of my questions. Before I ask Dimitri and Jason a few questions, I will let you know who the other crew members are. Jacob and Matthew will be working behind the scenes on the script and managing the recording sessions in the studio. Hi Dimitri, thanks for joining me today to answer a few questions about yourself. The idea is that we want our listeners to know more about the people who are involved in this incredible podcast. So let's get started, Dimitri. How are you doing today?
I am doing fantastic. How about you?
Good.
That's good.
So, here's the first question. How many years have you been at TECC?
I've been here for 3 years, and I'm really excited to be back.
Glad to hear it.
Mm-hmm.
What are your favorite subjects at TECC?
Well, my favorite subjects in tech is mostly English, but I like a bit of math and a bit of biology.
Those are interesting subjects. What type of food do you like?
Oh, just the same old, like, pizza and ramen, but sometimes different things, depending on
I
the
like
mood.
that too. Do you have any pets?
No, I do not, but in the future, I hope I can get my favorite dog, which is a German Shepherd.
Sounds nice. What type of movies do you like?
Well, I like, action movies, horror movies. But, my most favorite one is the first classic of Transformers from the 2007.
You didn't betray me. You betrayed yourself.
What are things you like to do in your spare time?
On my spare time, I like to socialize with people, like friends from like either at home or online, let's say. And sometimes if I'm bored, I just like drawing and listening to music.
I like drawing too. What are some of your favorite TV shows?
Well, my favorite TV shows is, category of anime. Like, for example, like Naruto, Blue Exorcist, Toradora, and, Attack on Titan.
I think I've seen a bit of those, yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
What type of music do you like listening to?
All types of music, from rock, K-pop. If someone gives me a suggestion, I will listen to it. And if I like it, I like it. But if I don't like it, it's my opinion, and, other people would understand too.
Yeah, I feel that same thing about music as well. Do you have any favorite YouTubers?
Yes, I do. So my person that I look upon on and, who is my inspiration is Jacksepticeye. But I do have other favorites like, like PewDiePie, Markiplier, Dashi, and also Corey X Kenshin.
I like those YouTubers as well. Have you been to any other countries besides here?
Yes, I have actually. I've been in Cuba, which, the nice skies, nice beaches, and, just nice food there. And also, there's a lot of entertainment. But, probably in the future, I probably want to go visit, New York, the USA, different countries, so I can, live my life a little.
Sometime I want to try that. What are some of your favorite video games?
So, my favorite video games is my favorite out of all time is Portal 2, but my other favorites include Titanfall, which is a first-person shooter, and Suma, which is a horror first-person game.
Sounds good. Do you have any a special talent or skill?
Yes, I do. So basically, I can do voice impressions, as some people might know that I'm really, really good at. But I can also sing pretty well, depending of what day it is or what's the mood. Like if I'm happy, high. But if I'm really low, sometimes low songs.
Oh, sounds nice.
Yeah.
Oh, you have
Yeah,
something else to
I have
say?
something. Would you want to hear a voice impression?
Sure, give it a go.
All right.
Hiya, pals. This is Mickey Mouse in the clubhouse. I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Huh? Hot dog.
This portion of your Mickey Mouse Club is brought to you by your friendly neighbor who bottles Coca-Cola.
Oh, very nice. I'm
Thank
impressed. Thanks a lot, Dimitri. You've been a really great help to us.
And I'm happy that I've done this podcast with
Hope
you.
to talk to you more soon.
Yup, hopefully soon.
Okay, take care.
You too.
I am now going to invite Jason into the studio to be our next guest. Hi, Jason. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, thanks for asking. How are you?
Good. So, the first question I'd like to ask is, how many years have you been at TECC?
I've been at Tech for 3 years now.
Oh, good. What are your favorite subjects at TECC?
Well, I don't really have much, but my number one favorite subject is English.
That's great. What type of food do you like?
I like stuff that comes from the tropical regions. So, all my life I've had stuff that came from the tropical regions, more warmer climates like Jamaica and St. Vincent and other stuff. I've had some stuff here too, like ribs and chicken legs and all that stuff. So, yeah.
I should try it sometime. Do you have any pets?
No, I don't.
Shame. What type of movies do you like?
I like action, adventure movies, and a bit of sci-fi as well.
Glad to know. Me too. What things do you like to do in your spare time?
I like to play on my phone and hang out with my brother. And sometimes I'll even go out for a walk if the weather's nice enough.
Yeah, me too. What are some of your favorite TV shows?
TV shows now. Ooh, that's a little toughy now. TV shows, I don't usually watch TV nowadays, but I do have some really, really good shows back in the day. I think there was this one called Johnny Test on Teletoon.
Yeah,
That
I've
was-
watched it a few times.
Yeah, that was really, really good.
Okay, well that's nice to know. What type of music do you like to listen to?
Reggae music, gospel, hip hop, bit of K-pop as well. So nice, different varieties there.
Cool. Do you have any favorite YouTubers?
Let's see. I listen to a lot of YouTubers, but my favorite I would say Jacksepticeye and a bit of Markiplier.
Hello, everybody. My name is Markiplier.
I also watch these YouTubers called the Game Theorist that does all these theories on games and whatnot. So, yep, those are my favorite YouTubers.
I watch those guys too. Have you been to any other countries besides here?
Any other countries? Afraid I've been to only the United States a couple of times. Jamaica and St. Vincent. those are the only countries I've gone to. But I'd like to visit more in the future.
Cool. What are some of your favorite video games?
Super Mario Brothers, the Super Smash Brothers series, and the Kirby series as well.
Okay, that's nice. Do you have a special talent or skill?
I am a, would you like to call it, former guitarist? I didn't quit fully, but I would like to go back into it. So I'm not really playing the guitar right now, but I'm also like still thinking about if I want to go back to it. I also dropped it as well, so
Well, it's been a pleasure meeting with you, Jason.
the pleasure is all mine.
Thanks a lot. Take care. Hope
You
to
too.
see you again.
You too.
Take care.
Thanks, Kieran, for getting this episode off to a great start. Changing topics, we are now going to focus on what has been making news around the world recently. Unfortunately, most of the news we hear in the media is negative. We want to brighten things up and focus only on positive news. Let us now take a closer look at what has been trending in the news recently. Remember, we are only going to report on good news stories. A new study just released shows that eating insects can be good for the planet. Packed with protein, edible insects are now a billion-dollar market. Insects are a nutritionist, a food source that can be produced more sustainably than livestock. While eating them is common in many world regions and Western cultures, it is more likely met with disgust. Maybe Tech Bistro should look at adding insects to the menu. Who needs brownies when you can eat crickets instead? Phoenix Suns NBA player Bismack Biyombo has announced he will donate the entire $1.3 million value of his contract to the construction of a hospital in his hometown in Congo, Africa. Taking last season off to take care for his sick father, who passed away in August of 2021, Biyombo said he became aware of just how fortunate he was simply to be able to bring his father to the hospital. This is the first time in NBA history that a player has donated their entire salary for one season. What an inspirational player. Japan recently broke its own record for the number of centenarians in its population. At 90,000, not only do the Japanese enjoy humanity's longest lifespans, but also the largest percentage of the population living over 100. Work ethic, a seafood-rich diet, deep family ties, and now improving medical technology are extending the lives of the longest living people on Earth.
Well, this concludes our first episode of TECC CAST this season. We hope you enjoyed your podcast experience, and we are so excited that you could join us. We would like to thank our professional team of writers, producers, editors, and sound engineers. We would also like to thank our sponsors. This episode was proudly brought to you by our silver partner, Summit Marketplace. Tune into our next episode because we have some incredible segments planned for you. Until next time, enjoy the end of the warm weather and take care out there.